about. We have Mr. Leke Abejide, Honorable Leke Abejide with us Abejide in the office, House member representing Yagba Federal Constituency, that's in Kogi State. He's also the Chairman House Committee on Customs. Thank you so much for being with us on the program.
Thank you for having me. Good morning, Nigerians.
All right, so let's start off, because one of the things that I heard from your constituency was the kidnapping of a traditional ruler.
Yes, very sad.
Talk to us about the security situation in your constituency.
The security situation in my constituency is worst now. And the people are foreigners. They speak Hausa language. As talking to you, one of my traditional rulers, second-class status, is in their custody. They are demanding 50 million ransom. And before then, they killed 3 youths the same day. They were just coming, especially in Yagba West and Yagba East local government, even part of Mopamuru. The 3 local governments that I represent, we are under siege now, and we need the help of the president. It has gone beyond the capacity of the state governor. We are doing our own best, but it is no way compared to what is happening at the moment.
How are they able to just come into your community? Are there no police? Well, don't you have security?
They came, I believe they came because of the mineral resources that is there. Because in that area we can find gold, we can find lithium, we can find all mineral resources you can think of in this country. And I believe that even the coming up of these cement factories in our area that brought in different kind of people is also part of what brought the insecurity in that area. So we need to check this. There are things we are doing underground. Those of us that are elected officials in that area, we are not going to take it to the public now. When we are done with it, we will invite all these cement manufacturers and then inform them. Because we notice that part of the problem are these people.
What kind of conversations have you had with your governor on this matter?
Well, the governor is trying his best. We have been discussing. In fact, he has been up and doing. There was a time he made serious arrangement with the Inspector General of Police, and helicopter was given, and they were able to suppress them. But all of a sudden, they resurfaced again. I believe those people that were dislodged from Samfara and some part of the Northwest have now moved to Kogi West, especially the Abafera constituency, because they are no longer finding it easy in Northwest, and then even in the Northeast, they are facing heat. So they now see our area as a place to perpetrate their evil, to save, to help themselves to perpetrate this evil. But we will not take it easy with them.
Because I was going to say, something that has to be checked early, because we've seen this happen in Zamfara.
Yes, it has to be checked early. Yes. If not, if it's a constituency will be even worse than Zamfara.
Yes, because if it's a mineral situation, because what they usually do, at least according to the reports that we have, is that they will come destabilize the place. When everyone runs away, they mine, take what they need, and then you come back. And then, so it can actually become an enterprise. Do you think the efforts being made right now to stem this thing, to nip it in the bud, do you think that that's being done right now?
Well, the security agencies are trying their best, but I can say at the moment it's not enough. So there's need to put more effort. Actually, I was told, but I cannot say it here on the public. To the public, they are making serious efforts. In the next few days, there will be changes.
That's something we'll be looking forward to. All right, let's come back to the committee that you had, the Committee on Customs.
Okay.
So we hear that there's some reforms that are being proposed. Just walk us through a few of them and how this is going to make the customs service more reliable, because many people have been having questions. Even though we do see that there are improvements in the way the customs service has been running, But there are reforms that you're pushing for. What are those reforms, and how can they help the Nigerian people?
Well, we started this reform in the Ninth Assembly. First of all, we repealed the Custom and Excise Management Act, that is 1958 Act, and now reenacted Nigeria Customs Service Act 2023, which was signed by the former President Muhammadu Buhari GCFR. And in that reform, we look at technology, because that time the SEMA was enacted, there was nothing like technology. Everything was analog. So to bring in technology to assist customs in the area of their operations, either by examination or in the border stations, that is approved border stations, so that they can detect inflows of maybe arms, illicit goods, drugs, or whatever. And then at the ports, scanners. So, and that was what brought what we call e-customs, electronic customs, so that everything will be more or less, there will be less human interaction, there will be less human contacts. And it was given to a company called Trade Modernization Project. And they have been doing their best. They've started operations, they started deploying their technology. Now we have what they call Bodogu. Custom has always been automated right from time. They have never been analog since as far back as 2006. They have been transforming from Ascuda 2.0, Ascuda 2.7, Ascuda Plus Plus, 961, 962. Now they're in Bodogu. So they've always been automated. So the new system now is just to reduce smuggling and make sure our economy improve. Also, what we are facing in this country is issue of revenue, to make sure that all leakages are blocked. And with this system, I believe customs will be able to assist the federal government in terms of more revenue to them. These are part of the reforms we are doing.
I mean, it's something to really look out for. Anything that would improve the customs service and make it something that we can all be very proud of. I want to be able to take the conversation to Ayo, because I think he has a few questions for you, especially when it comes to the customs service. Ayo?
You took it right out of my mouth, Kayla, because I was just, ruminating on what the, Honorable, what you've been saying about, particularly about the customs now. Not once, not twice have we had issues, conversations around border security, border porosity, and all of that. And one is wondering, with this initiative that you're talking about, what's the conversation with locals? Because we know that a good number of times things still seep into the country from communities, through various communities. I'm wondering if you think either this collaboration or this initiative of the customs will satisfy the porosity of the borders through various communities, or perhaps there are some other collaborative conversations, maybe not from customs, but some collaborations with other agencies of government, other communities, to ensure that the wonderful work that customs is doing doesn't seep through other unmanned parts of Nigeria, the entry points into the country.
Okay, if I understand you very clearly, you are trying to ask about the relationship between the Nigeria Customs Service and the border communities. Am I right?
Yes, you are.
Okay, okay. Yes, I remember in Ninth Assembly, I was equally the chairman of the Committee of Customs. We started what we call CSR, corporate social responsibilities in all these border communities, whereby they will build healthcare, maternity healthcare center, they will build schools, they will provide water to all these border areas where they operate from. And even at the ports, so that the communities can work hand in hand with them. Because most of the problems they usually have at the border is with the communities. The communities see them as an outcast, not part of them, not contributing anything to them, while they are making revenue from their area. And because of that, most of the community refuse to compete with them, and they prefer to go and join hands with the smugglers. And since then, I think there's an improvement. Even with the coming of this new CGC2, he take it so much passionate that all these border areas should also be assisted so much. Very, just like about 2 months ago, they launched what they call customs care. And this custom care is to take care of all these communities where they operate so that they can collaborate with them in order to fight these smuggling activities in all these border stations. So this is what is going on now.
But I'm glad you mentioned, you know, that there are, you could validate that there are smugglers or smuggling activities that go on from time to time. And of course, no one can. How many people do we have in the customs service? I'm not sure that they are able to cover all the entry points into the country. So that should be understood. So is there any collaboration with other agencies of government? Because it's a good thing to have some such initiatives by the customs service to ensure that the needful is done to insulate the country the best they can. But we can all be sure that I'm not sure that the customs service can efficiently and effectively, single-handedly man all the borders in the country. So there will still be some smuggling activities. How do we manage those interventions
It's impossible.
in a way that it does not impugn on the customs service, and that maybe there are other agencies of government working to ensure that the good work that the customs is doing doesn't go down the drain?
Yes, there is collaboration with other agencies. There's what they call joint border patrol. They have the custom is there, DSS is there, Nigerian Army is there, Navy is there, Air Force is there, even NSCDC. They are working together. It's not only custom, but in the areas of this issue of unable to man all other borders, that is the reason why technology was introduced. Very soon, you will see that there is going to be drone. It's part of the e-customs project that where human being cannot access, technology can go there and check and see whatever is going on and then send signals down so that it can be tackled. There's no how. If you are a smuggler, as long as you can enter a place, definitely other person too can enter. And if you are detected earlier, maybe through technology, before you come out, you'll be apprehended. So this is what is going on in custom. It's no issue of technology or getting these gadgets. It normally takes time. I'm sure maybe in the next few months, they will start delivering most of those equipment procured last year. It will start coming from Israel. It will start coming into the country, and they will deploy them to all ports and border stations to reduce smuggling. You can only suppress smuggling. You cannot eradicate it, but it will be suppressed to the minimum everywhere in the country, I believe.
Well, I'm glad you also mentioned the issue of trust the other time, and you've also spoken to collaboration of other agencies of government. But how do we build trust, particularly among the locals who, as you say, they see government officials generally as outcasts? So if they see the customs service as outcasts, you can be sure that it's the same way they see other agencies of government that you mentioned who are co-collaborators with the customs service. So it's important to build trust. How do we build that trust in a way that the people will welcome all initiatives of government through the various agencies of security agencies of government. How do we build that trust in a sustainable manner, Honorable?
Well, number one, it is to show the people that you have their interests at heart. How do you show them? By taking care of their needs. As I mentioned earlier, if you are making money from my land and then you allow my area to be neglected, just like now, if you go to Obajana, that's my state. I'm from Kogi West. Obajana is in cement is in Kogi. That's Dangote cement. If you are passing there, you'll be thinking you are passing through a war zone. The people there are not happy because the cement factory has not done anything to that community. So you don't expect peace in that kind of area. So custom realized this early, and then they started working to make sure the area they operate in, they build schools, they build roads, they build hospitals, and they take care of all the people around them to make sure they can support them by giving them information about those people that are coming in with illicit goods to destroy our economy and even this insecurity in the land. They cause it more. Because most of these arms and ammunition also come through the border sections. Both approved or non-approved borders. We know in any organization, either in the army or in the police or in custom, we have bad eggs. Definitely. Whoever is a collaborator within the custom too will be phased out and then will be dealt with according to the law. So I believe the system they adopted now, this customs care, by the time it's fully operational, the people that are within the border stations, not only within, even the port where they operate too, they will be able to support Nigeria Customs Service and the trust will be fully built. They will know that, yes, if we support these people, they will come back in turn to give us what we need. This, I believe, will build the trust the more.
All right, let's talk some politics before I hand back to Kayla. There's a report out there, of course, the federal government has since instituted a suit against one of your fellow indigenes from Kogi State, who is also a member of the National Assembly in the Senate, that's talking about Senator Natasha Akpoti-Uduaghan, and all of the allegations making the rounds. I'm wondering what your thoughts are, first as a politician and then as an indigene of Kogi State.
Well, I think the case is already in court. We don't need to discuss it. But as a politician, I believe that in politics, is give and takes. And we have leaders. We must give respect to our leaders. That's the way I see it. If my leader said, please, listen to me, I must listen. It's a lesson. What has happened is just a lesson. I know it's already too late. But next time, when leaders are talking, you allow them to take your case, not put your hand and dip it into the pot yourself. So this is what has happened in Kogi. This matter shouldn't have even escalated to this. I expected my sister to just take it lightly and face her people that she's representing. Now that she's out, who is representing them? Nobody. So to me, I don't see any sense in all this fight. To me, it does not worth it. It does not worth it.
I mean, listening to you talk about Senator Natasha's situation, actually, I know you didn't want to have an opinion, but you have stated an opinion there, which is that you think she was in the wrong. Is that where we're going with this conversation?
To me, there's no point of taking it too far.
Who took it too far? She did?
Yeah, she did. She took too far. There's no point of that. Your people love you. They voted you into office. If you see that this is going to, I want to work for my people, and that's all.
If someone felt that, if your daughter felt like she was being bullied, felt like someone was denying her of her rights, wouldn't you tell her to stand up for herself?
I'm not in PDP, but I had the leaders of the PDP in the Senate talking that they spoke with her, they talked to her, but she didn't listen to them.
All right, well, Like you said, it's in court, so we'll see how all of the
So
federal
let
government
court
has to.
decide since it's a court
Since it's
matter
there.
now. Yeah.
I want to talk about your party, the ADC. The ADC is in the news. You're a member of the African Democratic Congress.
I'm even the national leader.
You're the national. Is this true? Is it true that Atiku, Peter Obi, and Rufai are coming to your party?
Well,
It's even in the headlines today. I'm seeing it in the headlines since yesterday.
I'm hearing it the way you are hearing it because I've never been invited to any coalition meeting. So, and I'm the only elected official in that party in Nigeria. Though in the state assembly in my state, we have ADC, courtesy of me.
Well, that's a very strange dynamic. If they say that they're coming, these are big wigs. They say they are coming into the African Democratic Congress, of which
They
you
are
are
welcome.
a member.
They are welcome to the party.
So you haven't heard, but you're hearing it the way I'm hearing it on
the way
TV.
you are hearing it. I've not been. Actually, the national chairman has been trying to see me. I've not been around for some time.
Okay.
I've been out of the country mainly after the oversight of Zone A.
Who's the national chairman of the ADC?
Chief Ralph Nwosu.
Ralph Nwosu. Okay.
So he's the national chairman. I've been trying to talk to me, to see me, and then I've not been able to see him. But I've definitely see him one of these days. Maybe I will hear from him, whether it's true or not.
Is it a welcome development? Is it something you want?
Well, Nigeria is it's a democratic country. So anything, just like the president said, freedom of association, freedom of movement is allowed by law. Okay. So if I like tomorrow night, I can move to APC. Nobody can stop me. So that is it. Anybody can come into ADC, and anybody can go out of ADC.
I will latch on to that thing you just said now.
Latch on to it.
You will move to the APC.
Well,
are you going to move to the APC?
Time will tell.
Time will tell. What do you make of the APC endorsing Tinubu as their sole candidate? And of course, all these conversations about a one-party state. We heard the president say, no, it's one party making a difference, not a one-party state. You know, and then of course the endorsement. Many people have criticized the endorsement, saying it's just 2 years into your first term. Why are they giving you such an endorsement? You know, and many people are very concerned about the defections that have. You know, of course, the APC is gloating right now. We have more people joining us. But many people have said, look, this is not good for democracy. And then, of course, there's the accusation. We heard one of the accusations yesterday by Mazi, the spokesperson for Atiku Abubakar. He says a lot of these people are defecting to the APC for protection from prosecution. So talk to us a little bit about how you feel about this endorsement of the president and these accusations that are coming up right now.
Well, the endorsement was done by the party. It is not an election. So, and the party can decide to do anything they want to do with their own party. So those people criticizing, are they in APC? They're outside of APC. What concerns them with APC matter? Even the Supreme Court say, when you go and challenge from another party, that is, they say you don't have local standing. You got what I'm saying? So, that is another person's affair you are prognosing into. Even though they don't endorse him, who is going to contest against him? So, except they have to give him that chance to first refuse that, oh, I'm not contesting, before somebody can come out. So that endorsement to me is just like just to say it, just to talk.
Something tells me you're going to move to the APC very soon.
It's not that maybe I'm going to move to APC. I have been an APC person of all the time.
You're in the ADC, but you are an APC person.
I was first of all an APC person before I became ADC, and there were the circumstances that took me to ADC is no longer there.
Okay.
So I was the leader of APC on my side before I went to ADC. And now everybody, there's alignment and realignment.
Okay.
And it's not going to end with me.
You think more people are going to
More people will come. But what I would just advise is that some are coming for destruction into APC. They're not coming with genuine intention to make the people. In fact, they don't even have the value. They want to come and destroy the party. Somebody told me something, and the person that told me is a retired Assistant Director General of DSS. So I believe him. He said, somebody crossed the APC recently, and this coalition that you mentioned about my party, the PDP, you know, I think from PDP, Labour, SDP, and some other parties, so it's from factions are coming to EDC. So when they got to his federal constituency, he has come to APC. He called and said that they should put his space down. That where he decamped to, he just decamped there, that it does not belong there. These are the kind of people we need to watch. They need to watch in APC. They watch people that lack integrity.
All right, though, that's a good place to close it. Thank you so much, Mr. Leke Abejide, for being with us on the program this morning. House member representing Yagba Federal Constituency and Chairman House Committee on Customs. Thanks for your insights this morning.
Thank you for having me.